On this week's programme, we have lots of action from the final night of the Vodafone Cuchulainn from Harles Cross, plus the final of the Murray Development Guineas from Waterford, along with the semi-finals of the Sporting Press Irish Oaks from Shelbourne Park. Once again shone at Harles Cross last Friday in the feature race of the night, the final of the €80,000 Vodafone Cuchulainn.
And away they go, and first to show us trap number 3, Brown Eyes Blue on the outside of that number 4, Days Wonder into the bend. It's number 4, Days Wonder leads from trap number 6, Westmead Rumble. The favourite back and forth spot has a little bit of work to do, but it's number 4, Days Wonder leads past in the stands from 6, Westmead Rumble. Then comes 3, Brown Eyes Blue. Now number 2, Rocks Home Girl gets into full stride, but forced to check once again, and it's number 4, Days Wonder leads into the back straight from 6, Rumble, Westmead Rumble. Then comes number 3, Brown Eyes Blue, and the favourite back and forth spot, and a lot of work to do. Brown Eyes Blue now motoring at the second spot, but it's 4, Days Wonder. Here comes number 3, Brown Eyes Blue. The favourite won't be winning tonight. It's 4, Days Wonder. 2 or 3, Brown Eyes Blue is closing, but 4, Days Wonder leads up to the line. Number 4, Days Wonder. A big shot here. Second number 3, Brown Eyes Blue. A 1-2 for Paul Hennessy.
In this year's final, Paul Hennessy's hopes of taking home that €35,000 winner's purse rested with the early-paced Antrim Classic, who went to Trap's joint favourite with Patricia and Siobhan McGrath's strong staying bitch, Sonatina. Guest appearance on the night was last week's Irish St Ledger winner Indesac Jack, along with his trainer Jim Morrissey and owner Larry O'Shea.
Well, Larry, almost a week since Indesac Jack won the Ledger down in Limerick. I know you've pumped an awful lot of money into Greyhounds, but you really love this game. It must have meant an awful lot to you.
I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what you pump into it. The excitement on last Saturday night was absolutely superb. It was one of the best nights I've ever had in my life. And we've had good runs with horses, but I must honestly say, last Saturday was the best crack ever.
I saw you during the week in Shelbourne Park. It seemed like every man in the place wanted to shake your hand. It must be just, an incredible experience.
It's been a super week. Family, friends, everybody. The phone hasn't stopped tapping in the week. And it's been a super week altogether.
And now on to Dundalk, I believe, for the Boyle Sports International. That'll be the real cherry on top.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We're going to give him a trial next Thursday evening, so we hope if he takes the track, we'll give him to go there. We might as well.
And thereafter, we might see him in Dublin again for the Champion Stakes or even the Derby.
We hope so. All going well. We'll leave it, provided he stays safe now, we'll be all going well.
Well, as they say, the dream is still alive, Lar.
Thank you very much.
Here on the way for the Vodafone Open 550, the runners 1 Imsarrow, 2 Dark Delight, and 3 Boscobel Honcho, 4 Haliska Randy, 5 Florida Mandy, and in 6 we have Red Barn Panther. The hare coming up behind the boxes. The dogs all set the way they go. Fast in the stride was top 6. Red Barn Panther leads it then. 5 Florida Mandy now showing good pace on the inside. Then comes 1 Imsarrow, but around the opening turn it's number 5 Florida Mandy from 6 Red Barn Panther. 1 Imsarrow in third spot, but 5 Florida Mandy leads by a length and a half down the far side. Number 6 Red Barn Panther gives chase with 1 Imsarrow. Then comes 3 Boscobel Honcho, but still trap number 5 sets the gallop. That's Florida Mandy. Number 6 Red Barn Panther in second spot, but 5 Florida Mandy travelling like a winner at this stage, and 5 Florida Mandy leads up Dawn Trade, goes on to the land of spoils. Second number 6 Red Barn Panther, third number 1 Imsarrow, the winning time 30:25. And the result of the Vodafone Open 550, Trap 5 Florida Mandy making almost every yard of the running to beat Trap 6 Red Barn Panther. Back in third was 1 Imsarrow, and the winning time 30:25.
Dermot Byrne, a good performance. This is a real good bitch.
Well, she is a good bitch, and she was a bit unlucky in the Oaks to go out of the Oaks. But tonight now she was very clever on the bend. She had a good dog on the outside of her. And I think that the fact that she was on the inside tonight counted a lot, because the other dog's a very fast dog. And I think if he had got first run on the inside, the result might have been the other way around.
Well, she's a strong finisher herself. Yeah. She's not easy to come from behind when she's in front.
No, she likes to be in front. She's a front runner bitch, and she's very hard to peg back when she's there in front, and she likes to be up there. But it's more difficult from behind.
And what's the story now? Where do we go from here?
Well, I think we'll give her a bit of a break. She's been on the go since she came back in season, and I think Newbridge Oaks may be the one to go for.
Now now running for the consolation final of the Vodafone Cuchulainn. 1 Go Jack, 2 Bombers going home, 3 Royal Empress, and 4 Party Boy, Trap 5 Manor Star, and 6 Liaise with Lisa. Here up behind Traps, off they go, fast in the stride was Trap number 2 Bombers going home, also going well number 3 Royal Empress around the opening turn. It's 1-1 now. Go Jack leads round the bend from Trap number 3 and 2nd Royal Empress. Trouble in behind, 6 Liaise with Lisa, badly balked, but it's number 1 Go Jack leads as they pass the stands from 3 Royal Empress. Then comes number 2 Bombers going home, but still Trap number 1 Go Jack, who leads for the Ledger winning connections of Larry O'Shea and Jim Morrissey, is 5 clear down the back straight from Trap 3 Royal Empress. Then comes Trap number 2 Bombers going home, but it's 1 Go Jack continues to set a blistering gallop. Number 2 now Bombers going home, goes second and sets off in chase of the leader. It's 1 Go Jack, but here comes 2 Bombers going home. Then comes 3 Royal Empress, but around the final bend, and here comes 2 Bombers coming home on the near side, and 2 Bombers going home gets there. Second number 1 Go Jack, third number 6 Liaise with Lisa, and the winning time a very decent 42-21. And the result of the consolation final of the Vodafone Cuchulainn. Trap 2 Bombers going home finished fast to beat 1 Go Jack. Back in third was number 6 Liaise with Lisa, and the winning time 42-21.
Joe Calvert, this dog had been racing in England. Tell me how he came to be over here.
Well, he ran the final of the St Ledger in England, and of course when the owner saw this competition advertised, he thought he'd like to give him a chance in it, and he came over to me and he came down, and he I didn't have a lot of time to settle him in, and we just brought him down, put him straight into it, and he won first round, he won the second round. Unfortunately, he was unlucky, went out in the semi-final, but he redeemed himself tonight, and I thought he ran very well.
Yeah, he really took to this place extremely well.
Very well, and he is a staying dog. He is a wee bit one pace, but he is a staying type of dog. Runs on, and you could run him every day of the week.
He seems to accelerate at the 750 box in the second circuit.
He knows where it is, you see. He knows where the winning line is, and that's it. You know, I've told him before the race exactly where the winning line is, so he knows what to do.
He looks like a dog would prefer even further than 750.
I would say he would, but I mean, for the short time that we have with the dog, we really don't have a great insight into exactly what he's capable of. But he does look that type of dog, for he's run strongly into the pickup.
Now the question is he staying here? Is he going back to England, or what's he doing?
I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Like, I'll have to have a word with the owner, but he should be happy enough with how he's done in his holidays in Ireland. So, although he did win quite a lot of races in England, but he had gone off the boil a bit before he came over here. So I think the Irish air brightened him up a wee bit.
Well, the runners now on parade for the final of the Vodafone Cuchulainn for 2006 in 1 Shelbourne K, trained by Keelan McGee for Larry O'Rourke, who won this event last year with the 8th Wonder. This is a daughter of Spar Nikita, TM's last lap. She's a flying finisher. She's won 16 of 32 starts, and she's certainly a leading hope here. In 2 Sonatina performed heroics in the semi-final, coming from a mile behind to beat number 4 Antrim Classic. This one owned and trained by Siobhan and Patricia McGrath and County Tipperary. A daughter of Louise Vieri and Christmas Holly. She'll be flying at the finish. In 3 Glen Cole, owned and trained by Kay Curley in County Offaly, a son of Jamela Prince and Castle Hill Fancy. He's long been a top-class performer. He's won 20 of the 67 starts, a possible leader. In 4 Antrim Classic, one of the joint favourites here, trained by Paul Hennessy for Lisa Taggart, a son of Honcho Classic and Hector. He's won 7 of 21 starts, but he's really taken to this 750-yard trip. Caught in the latter stages in the semi-finals by Sonatina, but he could be the one to beat here. In 5 High Queen Closure, owned and trained by Pat and Sean Devlin in Armagh, a daughter of Honcho Classic and High Dingle. Perhaps not the force of old, but she will be staying on strongly. If there's any trouble, she could get involved. And 6 is Dartfield Babe, a second runner for Keelan McGee, owned by Ed Dervin in Longford, a daughter of Hondo Black and Dartfield Peggy. She's a very, very slow starter, but she will be finishing well. She's the complete outsider in Trap 6. Well, the big one of the night, the Vodafone Cuchulainn final. Joint favourites in this final, 2 Sonatina, 4 Antrim Classic. The hero behind Traps. Away they go, and fast in the stride was Trap number 2. Sonatina took a flyer from boxes and leads around the opening corner. Number 4 now, Antrim Classic, taking control on the outside, but 2 Sonatina is very close indeed around the opening 2 bends. It's 4 Antrim Classic, 2 Sonatina, then comes 3 Glen Cole, but 4 Antrim Classic leads into the 3rd bend from Trap 2 Sonatina, bumping between them, and Sonatina goes on. Surely this race is over. In second, 4 Antrim Classic, then comes 3 Glen Cole, but 2 Sonatina, a powerful stayer. She leads by 3 lengths down the back straight from 4 Antrim Classic. Then comes 3 Glencoe, 1 Shelbourne K trying to finish well, but it's all about 2 Sonatina, who's clear around the final bend. Number 2 Sonatina goes on to score in mightily impressive fashion. Second, number 4 Antrim Classic, and back in third, 1 Shelbourne K, and the winning time an absolutely brilliant 41.52. And the results of the Vodafone Cuchulainn for 2006. Trap 2 Sonatina running out a very impressive winner for her owners Siobhan and Patricia McGrath. Second was 4 Antrim Classic, and back in third was 1 Shelbourne K, and the winning time is scarcely believable, 41.52.
Well, Siobhan, you seemed very confident last week and it really paid off.
Well, she ran a great semi-final, so it did give us extra bit of confidence going into the final, but then we're hoping for all the luck, and she broke tonight, and I think that just really helped her. Flew around, so our luck was in tonight, and she did it in style.
She was a busy bit. She's been down in Cork and now back up here.
She's been on the go now for a few weeks, so I think a good rest is in order for her. So, yeah, it's been a long time, and she was second in the Barry's T 750, so she's a great dog to keep going every week and travelling up to Dublin, so a rest for her now.
Well, Patricia, how are the nerves in your sore coming up tonight?
Well, they're a lot better now, I can tell you that. But as Siobhan said, she's a great bitch, great heart, and that's what won the race for her. She never gave up and broke like a train, so that was it. So we're delighted.
Well, she's a real family dog. John and your mum are here. John, that must have been great thrill for you tonight.
Oh yes, a great thrill to see these youngsters winning a feature event like this. Indeed, I'd like to thank Vodafone Ireland for their wonderful sponsorship of this event, and the management of Harold's Cross and the directors, and they've all been very helpful right throughout the event. Been very good, been great.
Well, did you give the girls much hints on the training side?
Not just a few, but not really. You know, they know as much as anybody. You know, the industry is just flying. They're probably coming into it at a very good time, and it's wonderful to see it going the way it is. It's been very bad for years, and when Pascal took over, it just went from strength to strength. Very good.
Well, Mum, you must be very proud of your two ladies here.
Oh, I'm delighted to see him winning. They're excited, the two of them.
And girls, what's the plan now? Are you going to get a few more dogs under your belt?
Oh, well, we've a litter Breathlese coming on, so they're only 8 weeks old, so fingers crossed. Yeah,
you're going to be busy for their future.
We'll have a lot to compete with in Sonatina anyway, that's for sure.
Hard act to follow.
The Kilcohan Park regulars witnessed a tremendous race in the final of the Murray Development Guineas last Saturday night. The electric trapping ability combined with his early pace saw the Francis O'Donnell trained Skywalker Magic, the hot favourite, running from trap 6.
The final of the Murray Development's 2006 Guineas. In 1, Fully Sideways, 2 is Geneva Captain, 3 Heavenly One, in 4, Airy Son, 5 is Alta Nikita, and out in 6, the favourite, Skywalker Magic. Here now behind traps. A way to go, and it's number 5 well out. That's Alta Nikita up the inside of Fully Sideways, showing a lot of early gears. And it's 1 Fully Sideways leads, a bit of trouble on the corner, and 6 Skywalker Magic is now in second and takes the lead. A stunning burst of pace from number 6 Skywalker Prince. He goes on by 2-3 lengths into the third bend from 1 Fully Sideways in second. These are clear of the remainder, but it's number 6 Skywalker Magic, the favourite, surely on his way to victory now, clear off the final bend, and 6 Skywalker Magic storms up the straight to win it from number 1 Fully Sideways in second, and 3 Heavenly One finishes third. So the result of the Murray Development's 2006 Guineas, the winner, number 6 Skywalker Magic, owned by Ray Patterson and trained by Francis O'Donnell. Second was number 1 Fully Sideways, and third number 3 Heavenly One. The time 28:26.
Matt, Skywalker Magic, a very good run last week in the semi-final, probably made him the dog to beat in tonight's final.
Yeah, like he got the look of the run tonight. There was a bit of crowding going up to the bend, but he got the run on the outside, and once he got to the front it was all over. He's a dog that stays 550, so there was no problem, and he did a good clock, 29:28:26.
And to win 7.5 lengths in the Guineas final, that's some achievement also.
Yeah, it is. He won easy the last night as well. But as I said, he is a good dog. He's a Brittany and he's a tremendous dam line, and that's what we're banking on, that he might go to stud at some stage.
And just tell me a little bit of a story behind the dog. You bought him in England, from what I gathered.
Yeah, he was advertised on the Racing Post, and the owner came on to me, and when I checked out the breeding and the back breeding, I told him go and buy the dog, and he was a cheap dog.
And this, I think, was his 11th win in his career. Might we see him in Shelbourne in about a month's time for a certain competition?
I'll be on to Dundalk in the morning trying to get him into the international. I've already been on to him. And whether he does or not, I don't know. But I think he's nearly good enough to get in there.
And of course, the owners here tonight, there'll have to be the odd celebration drink before he goes home.
Well, I don't know about the owner. I'd be going home dry anyway.
We witnessed two sensational heats in the semi-finals of the €74,000 Sporting Press Irish Oaks at Shelbourne Park. Loretto Sally in 3 and Taro Kitten in 2 vied for favouritism in the first heat. Then in the second heat, Wexford trainer Nicky Turner, who won this competition with Life's Beauty in 2002, had high hopes of repeating that victory with Distant Sparky, who ran from trap 5, the 9-4 favourite.
The first semi-final of the Oaks in 1, Tearaway Lady, 2, Tara Kitten, 3, Loretto Sally, 4, Shelbourne Becky, in 5, Jury Damsel, and 6 is Born a Magic. The favourites in 3, Loretto Sally, here's the hare. And they're away, and she's not away to a flyer, but it's 2, Tara Kitten leads up on the inside with 1, Tearaway Lady now going through, and Tearaway Lady leads on the bend. 4, Shelbourne Becky slips through into second and challenges for the lead into the far side, where now Shelbourne Becky takes it up from 1, Tearaway Lady. 2, Tara Kitten is coming with a big run into the third bend, but it's number 4, Shelbourne Becky in front from 1, Tearaway Lady. 2, Tara Kitten on the inside, running on strongly, but it's a strong stare out front. Shelbourne Becky is going to win this first semi-final. Powering home in second is number 2, Tara Kitten, and 6, Born a Magic appears to get up for third. The time a very fast 28:57. The result of the first semi-final of the Oaks, the winner, number 4, Shelbourne Becky, owned by Larry O'Rourke and trained by Keely McGee. Second, number 2, Tara Kitten, and third, number 6, Born a Magic. The time 28:57. Another look at this first semi-final. Loretto Sally didn't get away too well, and Tara Kitten shows the early with 1, Tearaway Lady. But watch the first bend. Tearaway runs wide, and suddenly Shelbourne Becky was last into the bend, is now second, and this powerful finisher, odds on now to win it, takes up the lead at halfway. Watch back in third, number 2, Tara Kitten, coming up with her challenge. And look at number 6 in the stripes, Born a Magic. She made up her usual flying big finish to come up and get into the final. But out front, Shelbourne Becky, she's not going to be caught when she's in front, but Tara Kitten did run some race in second, and Born a Magic also a big race to qualify in third. 3 worthy finalists.
John, what can you say about this bitch? She's a real model of consistency.
She's a machine, a mean machine. Like I said from the very first round, I said to Larry, like, from what I seen in the first round, I wouldn't swap her for any other bitch in the competition. She could only get better and better. A lot of people condemned her, but she's proven it. She's proven them wrong all the time, you know. She's been in a lot of competitions now for the last 18 months, meeting and beating the best in the country. So, please God, like, she does the same again next week now.
And the trap forward, it suits her?
Doesn't matter what she gets them all a start and comes up the back and goes past good dogs, right? Gives them all a start.
But she really flew out there tonight.
She did, yeah. Let's hope she does the same again next week.
The second semi-final of the Oaks in 1, Girl with Guitar, 2, Early Talent, 3, Smooth Surface, 4, Razzle Dazzle Barrel, 5, Distant Sparky, and 6, Pen Lacey. The favourites are in 5 and 6, Hair Behind the Traps. Away to go. It is number 3 off to a flyer. Smooth Surface leads up from 4, Razzle Dazzle Pearl, and 5, Distant Sparky back in third. But a lot of trouble on the corner, and now it's 3, Smooth Surface into the back from 4, Razzle Dazzle Pearl, 1, Girl with Guitar, and 2, Early Talent. She'll be flying from here into the third bend with 3, Smooth Surface in front of 4, Razzle Dazzle Pearl. But number 2, Early Talent, looks to win her. Here she looms on the outside, and 2, Early Talent takes over off the final bend and races on to win this. Early Talent the winner. Second is number 1, Girl with Guitar, her kennel companion, and third, number 3, Smooth Surface. The time 28:70. The result of the second semi-final, the winner, number 2, Early Talent, owned by Noel Finn, trained by Francie Murray. Second, number 1, her kennel companion, Girl with Guitar, and third, number 3, Smooth Surface. The time 28:70. Another look at this one. 3 Smooth Surface took a flyer. The favourites in 5 and 6 weren't well away at all, and up to the bend is 3 Smooth Surface from 4 Razzle Dazzle Pearl. But look at the trouble. 5 has murdered their distance Sparky, and suddenly, well, we really knew Early Talent was going to be very close. There she is sharing third spot with Girl with Guitar. Into the third bend, Smooth Surface, who's run such a fine race out front. She's still leading, but here comes 2 Early Talent. From here it's only a case of how far she would win by, and her kennel companion, Girl with Guitar, using a big run to come through and grab second spot. So the kennel companions are first and second, Early Talent and Girl with Guitar.
Well, Francie, that's a nice result for you.
Brilliant, brilliant. I hope to get one through, either one of them have done. But lucky enough, the 2 of them qualified. And the draw is the winning of it now.
What are you hoping for in the draw?
3 and 4.
The 2 dogs have been very consistent, though. You've been very lucky with them.
Very lucky, yes. And they ran well through the whole stake, like. And then it's grand at the 2-1 final.
Well, this guy, Early Talent here, I mean, he ran a great race tonight.
Yes, she's coming back. She's after being in season, and she's 17, 18 weeks gone, and she won't be at her best for another month or so. It's grand to have her in the final of the Oaks.
The final of the Sporting Press Irish Oaks will be run on Saturday night at Shelbourne, and the draw has worked out as follows: in 1 Girl with Guitar, 2 Tire Kitten, 3 Early Talent, 4 Smooth Surface, in 5 Shelbourne Becky, and on the outside in 6 Born a Magic.
Well, Emmett, from the start it's been a top-class Oaks, and I think you'll agree, a wide-open final.
It looks to be now. It's going to be difficult to pick the winner of the Oaks.
The draw is going to be all important, of course. Perhaps the 2 best drawn in the race, 1 Girl with Guitar and 6 Born a Magic. But with 4 Smooth Surface likely to move in, anything can happen.
Anything could happen. Now, 4 Smooth Surface. She led tonight. She's just not quite as strong a stayer as the rest of them. But you know, if she gets in front, a little bit of trouble behind, you never know what could happen. I mean, a final is a final, Ian. Particularly an Oaks final. You know yourself.
The feature of this Oaks final is actually the strength that there is from the second men. The likes of Girl Guitar, Early Talent, Tyrone Kitten, and even the 2 on the outside, Shelbourne Becky and Born a Magic. They'll all be finishing fast. Smooth Surface, perhaps a likely leader, but of the rest of them, you know, what do you fancy to pick her up?
I don't know. Well, on tonight's race, Early Talent ran an absolute blinder. She showed that just that little bit extra. Do you know what I mean? She just seems to have that little bit of class that might just take her through to pick it up on the night. I mean, you can't write off Shelbourne Becky. She ran an absolute blinder. The bottom's going to be well drawn in 6. Tyrone Kitten, you know what she can do. She can come from anywhere. She can come from the next Parashane. But I just think Early Talent might just have that little bit of class that might just do it on the night. But it's going to be close, Ian.
Of the top 2 or 3 in the market, and imagine the likes of Early Talent, Tyrone Kitten. But is there an outsider perhaps with a bit of a chance?
Maybe Trop 1 now if they went a big price at Ian, Girl with Guitar. She's well housed. Francie Murray, like, he's good in finals, and you never know, like, it's an Oaks, Ian. Stranger things have happened.
God knows there'll be money for everything in the final.
There'll be money, there definitely will. There'll be money for all 6 dogs in the final, and they all have a chance. You definitely could not write 1 dog out of that race.
But if we had to force you to go for 1, it would be Early Talent.
It would be, and I just think she's just got that little something extra. She's just got that little bit of class that just might do it on the night, Ian. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Not too often. Emmett, thanks very much.
All right, thanks, Ian.
We'll have an action-packed programme for you next week, to include the ever-popular hospital benefit night from Tralee, the final of the Murphy's Irish Stout from Youghal, along with lots of thrills from the final night of the Sporting Press Irish Oaks from Shelbourne Park.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.